Quick procedural question for you, but I do have two questions. The first one is the utilization of the staff to implement the driver improvement school option that is in the motor vehicle code. The sections that provide for the option for drivers to attend an approved driving improvement school in case of accumulation of points instead of an examination or a hearing. It doesn't appear that that is an option based on the vehicle code, but it doesn't appear necessarily that PennDOT is utilizing that option for drivers during the accumulation. Do you know anything about that or the intentions of that being moved forward?
I don't know. And I look into it and I'll provide you with an answer, but unfortunately I don't have an answer to that.
Okay, thank you so much. That would be interesting to see, you know, the utilization of that as we move forward. Thank you. The second question that I have deals very much with what you've been speaking about as far as budgetary and all the different needs that we have across the Commonwealth. And no doubt each area geographically has their needs and what's important to them. And one area in the Pocono Mountains that I represent that has been a 30-year conversation is the train and rail system into New Jersey and New York, a high speed for our commuter population that is ever growing, our tourism that continues to build. And there is a section that is from Andover, New Jersey, that would bring possibly the train into the Delaware Water Gap or the Mount Pocono region. And I know that we talk about the multimodal, we talk about our budgetary priorities and what we need. I'm hearing rail, you know, down in the southeastern area, in Pittsburgh, out into Ohio. But as far as a region on the northeast, this rail system and this conversation of having this rail system for the people that live in the northeast region is extremely important, has been really a high priority. But on the rail plan for Pennsylvania, and where that conversation is and where the expectation of what that would cost. Are you aware of that situation and where we are and what we're doing to move that up in the priority list as well?
So are you referring to the Lackawanna Cutoff Project? Okay. Yes, I'm very aware of it. Actually, in my past life, I worked with a private firm that was engaged in the study and the environmental documents that were prepared back, I don't remember how many years ago, over decades ago. Back then, when they prepared the environmental document and they put a cost to the project, nobody could come up with a funding plan, okay? And I know it's a subject it's of an importance to your region and perhaps some of the folks on the other side, but the big thing is the funding for it, how we're gonna pay for it, and whether there is going to be enough ridership or not. I mean, obviously, I would love to expand the rail services throughout the state. I would love to be able to, actually, Lehigh Valley has got another project that they're interested to expand into New Jersey. If we had all the money in the world, it would make sense. But at this point, the best we can do is help out and be at the table, work with New Jersey Transit, work with FTA to see if there is a way. First of all, what are the numbers? What is the ridership? What's going to be revenue generated from this additional, rail line between Pennsylvania and New Jersey? There's a lot of variables that we need to look into and then ultimately to come up with the cost, right? I think New Jersey Transit or someone in New Jersey, one of the departments, one of the agencies are taking the lead. Deputy Secretary Granger is very involved. She had several conversations with the folks on the transit side in New Jersey, FTA. She has asked for some additional information to come to us so we can actually be a participant in funding the study. Again, as I said, the study that was done was over decades ago. The environmental document is no longer valid. We have to look into all the things that was put into the study. The other thing I have to mention is many of these new rail systems, transit systems, high-speed rail systems throughout the country, when you look at it, it's being actually funded by the private side. I mean, if this project has a merit, and I'm not promoting it, but if you go to Florida and you see the high-speed rail that they actually built and it's in operation right now, was built and constructed and operated by the private entity. I mean, all these options are out there. Not everything has to be funded by the government. You know, we have to be clever about bringing in the private into our side of the business. I see my time.
Thank you. We're out of time, but I do appreciate that.
Thank
And
you.
I look forward to working with you and, like you said, some other entities to move it forward. Thank you.
Thank you.